Hello and welcome to EGMAT. We will solve question number 27 of OG Verbal 2nd edition by using EGMAT 3-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence, and finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. Obtaining an investment grade rating will keep the country's future borrowing costs low, protect its already tattered image, and increase its ability to buy bond insurance. Now, this sentence presents a fact. It says that if the country obtains an investment grade rating, it will result in three things. It will keep the country's future borrowing costs low, will protect its already tattered image, and will increase its ability to buy bond insurance. Now let us evaluate the errors by splitting the sentence into clauses. Well, we just have one clause here because this sentence has only one subject verb pair. The subject obtaining an investment grade rating has three verbs. Since these three verbs form a list in the sentence, we have will only before keep. Will is understood before the other verbs protect and increase, but the sentence has three verbs: will keep, will protect, and will increase. Now, the subject verb pair not only makes sense together but also agrees in number with each other, so we do not have any subject verb agreement error here. Also, simple future tense has been used to denote the actions that will take place only after the investment grade rating is obtained, which is correct. So we do not have any verb tense error here. Now, this sentence has two pronouns, both its, which clearly refers to countries in its possessive case, because the way the sentence has been structured, there is no ambiguity in its. Uh, the countries in its possessive case appears after the verb. So do both the pronouns. So there is no pronoun ambiguity in this sentence. We do not have any modifier here as well, and we do not have any parallelism also, because all these three things that will happen after obtaining the investment grade rating are logically as well as grammatically parallel to each other. We do not have any idiom in use in this sentence, and the meaning of the sentence is very clear from the way it's been written. So we do not have any errors in this sentence. So choice A is the correct answer, but we will still review the other answer choices to find out why they are not correct. Okay, let's take a look at choice B. Here, obtain has now been changed to obtain. Now, this implies that mere intention, which is to obtain the investment grade rating, will result in those three things mentioned in the sentence. Now, this is not correct. This is not the intended meaning of the sentence. Let's take an example. When we say that studying with dedication bears fruits, here we mean that the action of studying with dedication bears fruits. But if we change this studying into to study, this will now imply that only the intention or the will to study with dedication, that does not bring fruit. The intention merely cannot bear the fruits. So the same is the case with to obtain here, and this distorts the meaning of the sentence. Also, and before protect is incorrect, because and, or for that matter any conjunction, should only be used before the last item in the list. So for these two reasons, choice B is not correct. In choice C, we have this phrase, having obtained an investment grade rating. Now, this phrase is very unclear because it fails to establish the fact that obtaining the investment grade rating is the way by which the country will keep the future borrowing costs low, protect its tattered image, and increase its ability to buy bond insurance. So having obtained an investment grade rating fails to communicate the intended meaning of the sentence. Also, this in keeping the country's future borrowing costs low is very ungrammatical. So ungrammatical that we cannot even establish its meaning and its relation with the preceding clause. So this whole structure is absolutely ungrammatical, and this structure also leads to the parallelism error in this sentence. Now there is no parallelism because will keep has been changed to in keeping. So choice C is not the correct answer. Let's take a look at choice D. It again repeats the same mistake of to obtain as in choice B, which leads to the distortion in the meaning of the sentence. Also, now the verb will protect has been changed to verb ing modifier protecting. This now means that investment grade rating will keep the country's future borrowing costs low. That protects the tattered image of the country. Now, here it implies that the low borrowing cost actually protects the tattered image, which is not the correct meaning, which is not the intended meaning. Protect will protect the tattered image is no longer an independent action as intended by the sentence. So, here we have clear distortion in the meaning. So, choice D is not correct. Also, the parallelism is lost here because um, protect is now changed into protecting. So these are the errors here. In choice E, keep will keep has been changed to a verb ing modifier now, and this now means that the country will obtain an investment if the country obtains an investment grade rating by keeping the country's borrowing costs low, then it will result into protecting its tattered image and ability to increase ability to buy bond insurance, which is certainly not the intended meaning of the sentence. So uh, use of keeping low is keeping the country's borrowing cost low is not correct. Also, the way that this choice has been written, it now makes the pronoun it's very ambiguous. It does not follow that structure of the country following the verb and both the pronouns also following the verb. So we have ambiguous it's here also. By changing will keep into keeping also leads to the parallelism error in this sentence. So as we found out during error analysis itself, choice A is the correct answer for this sentence. Time to take a look at the takeaway messages. All the items in the list must be grammatically as well as logically parallel to each other. All the modifiers used in the sentence must be worded correctly to convey the intended meaning of the sentence. All the pronouns must have a very clear antecedent, and we must note the changes in the structure of the sentence that may lead to distorting the intended meaning of the sentence. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in level 1 parallelism identify and correct, level 1 parallelism helpful tips, level 1 pronouns, and level 1 modifiers verb ing.